Okay, I think we are live on YouTube. Okay, so you guys, it's a really exciting month. There's so much going on. Right off of the bat, we'll kind of just talk about like what's on the table, and then I would love to have a discussion for, just ideas that you guys have to, things that you're going to be doing this month to grow. We can just kind of have a roundtable discussion on April growth, what we're excited about, and how, just some ideas of things that you guys plan on doing to take advantage of all the exciting things that are coming. So, first things first, obviously, first on the list is free brand partner links when they spend $199. That's on the table. We have our X5 promo, which is the same as last month. I'll give a little more clarification. So, 5 enrollments. Between the 5 enrollments, if there's 600 in new enrollment volume, you get the $150 bonus. If there is what? Did you just shake your head, Logan?
Well, I thought it has to be on subscription. Were you getting there or something?
Yeah, yes. So, a 600 in volume orders on Subscribe and Save. It's the same as last month. 1,000 in new volume ordered on Subscribe and Save is $250 bonus. They stack. And what you guys need to know is somebody has to at least hold that subscription for the following month for the remainder of this month. So if they come in and they order in April and they cancel their subscription before the month of April is over, then they don't count as one of the X5. Does that make sense? I think that was
Yeah,
that's
and the thing
helpful.
that the thing that was kind of tripping me up last month was what counts towards it and what doesn't. So you have to have a minimum of 5 people on subscription, and then it all rolls up. So as soon as
Yeah.
you have 5 people, all of then your new inception volume counts towards the X5 bonus, but you have to have 5 people. Because like
Okay.
I was only counting the people that they had on subscribe and save, and it's like, no, if they have more than that enrollments and at least 5 are on subscription, then all of that month's PV counts towards it.
Okay.
I have a quick question. Their subscription has to process, right?
No, it doesn't have to process, but they do have to hold the subscription for the remainder of the month. So come May 1st, well, I guess the last day of yeah, they just can't order on subscription and then cancel the same month. So if they cancel next month, you still get paid for it, still counts towards one from April. Does that make sense?
Yeah, was it like that in February too?
No, February, I don't remember what they did.
February's had to process in March, right?
I don't remember.
Because I got the X5, the first X5 in February, but my subscribers canceled in March, so I didn't get the bonus.
Yeah, I don't remember what but I know for
Well, here how
currently
it works
that's
is if someone orders today and sets up a subscription, that bonus is going to be paid out on whatever day, the 3rd of May. So as long as they hold their subscription until the next month bonus is paid out, it doesn't matter. If they cancel it after that, the bonus has already been paid. Do you know
right.
what I mean? So that's kind of how I'm thinking
I don't
about it.
think X5 is paid on the 3rd. I think X5 is paid the middle of the month. It's between like the 13th and the like 17th or something. If it's in the fine
Oh,
print.
well,
I
that's
know
good to know.
Helaman showed me that. It's mid-month usually. So I can find that.
Tayana said it'll be paid on
April
April 15th.
15th.
So March X5 will be paid on April 15th. And to my understanding, like we said, if they just don't cancel their subscription the same month that they enrolled, then it counts towards X5. But we can get more clarity. I'm pretty sure that's what Helaman said, though. So that's on the table. That's big. I think that, that's obviously the goal is minimum of getting, to that 600 with 5. And then up from there, The other big thing is that the new pay plan where you can earn up to 45% commission went into effect today. So I'm sure, like, I think all of us have been following Jalen. Who knows how much new enrollment volume she had last month. But this month, that's whenever it goes into effect. So up to 45% on first order bonuses, and then up to 35% on reorder bonuses, which is wild.
Is that, sorry, another question. Well, you know how I said like 45 minimum customers, 25? Is that minimum that month or just like minimum period?
That month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the first for the first order bonus, there's those, and then also the second. How many of those have to be this month? Yeah, everything in the calendar month.
Okay.
And that's all we got for right now. Who knows what
Do
else?
you know what the subscription minimum is to get to that higher tier of residual? Like what the bottom tier is? Because I feel like
is.
everybody needs to be setting the goal there, because that's just a higher residual check that's just bigger for no reason.
Okay,
So,
so for the reorder bonus?
Yeah, for the reorder bonus.
Okay, so here's a breakdown of the reorder bonus. So a personally enrolled customer volume reorder, so a frontline person to you who reorders, if you have between 0 and 4,999 in frontline volume going in and reorders, you get 10% commission. Between 5,000 and 8,999 with a minimum of 25 frontline customers, it's 20%. So the commission doubles. And then if you have 9,000 in frontline reorder volume with a minimum of 45 customers, it's 35% commissions, which I'm just going to shout out Logan right now. She had 60, and it may have been more because I checked it was the morning of yesterday. She had 62 or 63 frontline customer orders. She had quite a few new orders, but like at least I would say you had at least 50 frontline customer orders, Logan, reorders last month. And then I'm not sure about the volume between those, but yeah, that whole reorder bonus is something that I think everybody should really be fixated on, because that's something that can just build. You know what I mean? Like you don't really have a ton of control over like the first order bonuses. Well, you do, but you don't. But the reorder bonus, that's you building your customer base. And so when those people stick around, they count towards the next month and the next month and the next month also.
Yeah, it's like, so get yourself to 10,000 in volume and you just tripled your residual earnings, and it's just sitting there just collecting. I'm like literally fixated on that. That's the part of this comp plan change that I'm like, this is not casual. Like there's people like Jana Bullard who are immediately their paychecks, because I know her subscription volume at one point team wide was 400,000. If she did nothing that month, she would be a gold executive. That is so powerful to me. But I know her frontline volume probably on day one is, I bet it's 10,000, and I bet her residual check triples on those frontline things. I just feel like it's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's definitely like the most not casual part. Because that's something, okay, so the first order bonus, like if you're going to be enrolling 9,000 in volume by yourself, you're probably a huge influencer. So that's, something that kind of takes the average person out of the box of being able to get the 45% commissions. But anybody can build up to 35 in the residual. So that's not casual. And then last thing, and this is kind of where I want the can of worms to open. We have a product launch coming in 9 days, you guys. And Chanel has said that this is her most innovative formulation that she has ever done. It solves a problem that I don't remember what her statistic was. I don't remember what the statistic is, the people that struggle with this. And so it's going to be insane. It's going to be rolling out at Fling. And that's just going to be a whole experience that is going to be wild. I do know that at the event, obviously, if you're there, you're going to be able to purchase the stuff. They are going to have a drop station, a ship station this year at the event, because I don't know what else is coming or how they're doing this release. But even if you're not there, I think that the reason why they're doing this is so that if people maybe want to snag what's going to be limited edition for people at the event, you might be able to get your hands on whatever that is and have it just shipped home to you. So to be announced on that, but just for everybody that cannot be there, I want you guys to know that. Okay.
And I'm ready to popcorn, and I just want to start by saying, okay, with this launch coming in previous years, the strategy has not been, let's say we have a product coming in 2 weeks, but I think it's really powerful because it's not like we don't want people shopping with Zingular for the next 2 weeks and waiting to order. That's not the point at all. The point is that they understand there's a business opportunity right now that if they can get themselves started, they can go launch this product to the rest of the world. So that's really the idea that I want everyone to be honing in on right now, is like, you have the opportunity to be the first person that's bringing this product to the market. So get your order in, get your stuff in now so that you're able to share your link whenever it comes out, you know? So I just feel like it does benefit us to just build the hype around this product, but not to the point where we're not making sales from now to the middle of the month, to where we're like exploding on that day whenever it gets there, because we have several more partners, you know, because of it.
Love that. Okay, so yeah, let's popcorn around. What ideas have you guys, does anybody have any ideas? And it doesn't even just have to be about around the new product, but like, what are some things that you're planning on doing this month to build momentum? I have one idea, but I want to hear some other people talk. I was going to bring one thing to the table.
Okay, so one thing that I am really freaking excited about is this dude that I just sent a bag of clear protein to. I sent him 3 samples of the lemonade flavor because he wanted the blue raz. And then I sent the pear trim sticks and hey, get down. This is sorry. And some spring. You're okay, baby. And there, losing my fucking mind. So I sent him spring trim sticks, the lemonade samples, and then a full bag of the blue raz with a little flyer that I made that has my QR code. And then I wrote on the back of that, kind of like, obviously like a little thank you. And then for him specifically, I said like, take the trim sticks for like a pre-workout. It's also really good with the lemonade, and the spring is really good to drink like after or during a workout. He has like a little over 11,000 followers and has a massive like aesthetic business in the Austin area and Dallas and Houston, and is currently getting like his specific technique for his like skin therapy patented. So he's like huge in the aesthetics community, and he's a super advocate against GLP-1 meds. So I don't think he has like this business in his eyesights right now, but I'm very, very hopeful. He's already said he wants to like post the protein for me, like on his page and stuff. So I'm just really hopeful that that is going to open up an opportunity for him as well. And I really just kind of want to talk to him about supplying his like aesthetic space with GLPX and like clear protein and stuff, because that's like a whole ass avenue for him that's huge, that already goes in line with like everything that he's already about. So I'm just like so excited, and I have been manifesting
my first male brand partner for since I started. I remember a call with Maddie that we were in our Texas house, and I think it was like 6 months, 4 or 5 months in maybe. And I was like, I am dead set on having a male brand partner. And like, I don't know like what it's going to be, but like, I'm just dead set on it. And you guys, I could like pee myself because it's literally happening. And he is like, could not get any more perfect. That's it.
Director Hannah, here we come. Director Moose. That's what we're manifesting. That's so awesome. Hannah, I don't know if I've told you this, but Lacey friend actually, she was working with some lady. She has like over 100,000 followers, but she helps people with their social media. Lacey friend sent her a bag of the clear protein, and I don't know how many bags of clear protein Lacey friend signed up because this girl was obsessed with it and would come on and do like whole minute segments on her stories talking about how much she loved this protein and then was plugging Lacey because she doesn't. She used to be in the industry, but she's not anymore. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I cannot tell you guys how many of my customers have texted me, this clear protein's changing everything. Oh, I tried to share in the past, but whatever. I really need to share my link again. I've had so many people that are just like telling me verbatim, this clear protein has changed everything. We don't love the QV dollar ratio, whatever, but I'm just looking at it like this is such an opener. And I know that what's coming is going to be another huge opener to just us being a trusted global wellness brand or whatever, you know, products that everybody needs every day type of stuff. And I'm just so excited because out of all these people who are ordering, so many of them just keep trickling in with the like, all right, this is changing everything. Like, I'm ready for my link to share. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what started off as this little bag of protein isn't a little bag of protein anymore. My new distributor, Erin, wanted the Gut Glow. She wanted the Gut Collective. It was not enough for months for her to start with. She got a bag of clear protein. I did not know she had industry experience. She used to make $4,000 a month with Arbonne. Had no clue. But I've just been praying this stuff in, and she gets a bag of clear protein. Next thing I know, I haven't had to tell her one thing to do on her social media because she came ready. This is the type of stuff that's happening. And that was from her purchasing one bag of clear protein. It's just really powerful. And I just keep looking at this. Like Maddie said, 62 customers. I didn't even know that, but I'm excited to start tracking that for people because that's huge. Those are wins. Those are potential subscribers, right? And so I just think it's so cool because if you want to talk about getting wide here, we have no restrictions of how wide you can build. I hit executive because I started getting a lot of people to do a little bit of stuff that really added up at the end of the day. Because whenever I hit executive, I didn't have one person that was doing a lot of volume. I had a crap ton of people doing a little bit of stuff. That year I won top manager and top quick start, and I didn't look like anything was happening. You know, and then all of a sudden it was like boom, and it was all of the little stuff that was going on. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you don't feel like you're popping up partners, I went literally the last 2 years without having a lot of partners. 2 years. So you can reinvent and go for it and decide anytime that you want, you know. So it's really powerful what's happening right now, but I just feel like it's just scratching the surface. Now I feel like it's getting ready to blow up, except now I've got what I've worked to build for the last 4 years, you know, stacked right now.
And I was gonna say something too that I was reflecting on, because last month wasn't an ideal month for me personally. I mean, it was a great month, but like obviously we all have our own personal goals. But I was reflecting and I was thinking it was literally it was the last day of the month, and I rewatched my story of what I was talking about. And though I had really good intentions on trying to recruit, I realized that the way that I was going about talking about the business is not the type of brand partners that I want. Because I was saying, and this is very true, and I know a lot of us talk about it like this, where I was like, oh, you know, we have this 45-day money back guarantee. You can try the business, you can try the product. If it doesn't work for you, then no big deal. That is true. But like the partners that I want, I don't want them dabbling. I want obviously if they're wanting $400, $500, obviously I'm not going to shut people out. But like the ones to run with me are not the ones I want to like pick and choose if this works for them, or maybe I'll try it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was reflecting on that. I was like, maybe this is what the block is right now. Because I have, obviously you guys know I have solid people, and some of them are on the call right now, you know, there's a few, and it's like, that's when we had the conversation, when I talked to them, that's how I was talking to them. So I was like thinking back on that, like I I created a vision for them. But that story that I posted was not creating a vision for anybody. This was like, hey, come try this. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, no big deal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's really good, Ashley. I love that.
So I just want to say
Oh.
too that my partner that just upgraded, she literally, I asked her, I was like, so are you sure you don't want to get your link? Like it's free, you might as well just have it in your back pocket. She's like, no, I never have luck with any of this. And I'm like, all right, like no pressure. She literally messaged me and she was like, so my grandma loves this protein and it's helping her with her blood sugar levels and all this stuff. And I'm like, that's awesome. Next thing you know, it's probably like, a couple days into the month. And she was like, so if my grandma buys this off me, do I get commissions for it? I'm like, yeah. And so she was like, okay, well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade. So she got her grandma to do an enrollment. And I told her, I was like, I know you said you wanted to do this casually, but you do have $100 bonus that you could be running for. She's like, really? I was like, yeah. And she's like, cool. Well, I'll just have my mom and this and sign up too and stack up on Clear Protein. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, Clear Protein is not casual. Anybody benefits from Clear Protein.
Okay, I was gonna follow up. My kids found me. I try to hide. But I was gonna follow up because I am so excited right now. And I've been talking to Logan and Maddie about it all day. But I have a new girl. And I talked about her a few calls ago about someone having Crohn's. And like when I saw that post, I'm like, this is my ideal partner. But I let her come to me. Like she ordered and she sent me this video trying the products. And it was like the most like it was like if she would have posted that, she would have gotten like 20 sales type of thing. And I'm like, you should totally just start posting this. And she's like, well, I do Oliveda, I do Monet and all this other stuff. And it's just a lot. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'm not really chasing her. Like, I'm just gonna let her decide. So she kept posting stuff on her stories with the Clear Protein. And I'm like, you're marketing yourself for free, pretty much. And so the other night I was asleep and the next day when I woke up, she had upgraded and she's like, I didn't want to bother you. I just went ahead and did it. But when I say like this girl's like Christina Stoltz style marketing, like her stories, I'm sitting there like taking notes and she just started posting today. And I'm like, where have you been? You know, like why have you taken so long to order type of thing? But she's going on there and making like those links, you know, where you can market everything that you're doing. But the way that she sprinkles things in is so natural and so not just like in your face, singular. Like she's marketing herself like Christina does, but with singular, like, hey, this is what I'm taking. So it's just really cool what she's doing, but I'm super excited about her. And just like what Ashley said about, I remember having a conversation with Helaman about like Founders Club and, you know, I've earned so many trips with Founders Club, but it's like these people don't hang around. And I think the narrative of us like chasing people to get these trips needs to change from like that to like, okay, we need to wait for builders to come around because it's so exhausting to put so much time and energy to people into people that don't want it and don't want to be here for it when you could be putting that energy towards your post, your content, attracting that person that's going to be here for the long run, like Ashley McKenna, like everyone on this call that's been here for years. So I think just a big mindset shift. And I'm so excited going into Anaheim next week because I like am ready for these new products coming out. And I feel like we're the company to watch. And so that's really exciting. Like the Clear Protein ads I'm seeing is like First Form. And I'm like, our ingredients are so much better than this. Like, we just need to find some people with really good influencing on social media and get it out there. But yeah, that's what I had to say.
Love that, Tay. So it's almost 6:30. Whenever you were talking, for some reason, it just triggered me in something that Sarah, our new CEO, said last Monday. She said that people bring their communities. And so whenever she said that, that really made some light bulbs go off in my head. So, you know, I've been showing up different on social media. I've been showing up better than I have probably ever. But it still got me thinking, like, people bring their community. So that's what I've really been trying to think about. Like, how can I get closer to people in a way where it's like they're going to be bringing their communities? And so, something that I did yesterday was I signed up to be a part of this girl's, it's funny, it's called The Collective. Her thing is called The Collective, but it's 15, it's a small group, it's 15 women, and it's this girl, she has probably, I think she might have like 5 to 7,000 followers, but I just love her aesthetic. I love her vibe. I love, you know, she's like a very natural, holistic mom, and she actually does the water thing, but we get together 2 times a month. So I'm mentioning this just to say, like, it's actually really hard to build connection, like real connections with people just, you know, through the screen on social media, just DMing each other. There's a lot of people who are bringing little communities of like-minded people together. And I think I paid like $297 for 3 months to be a part of this group with 15 other women that I'm going to be getting a lot closer to, that are not affiliated with this at all, but are all coming to the table for collaboration and like just, you know, people that I want to meet and be surrounded by. So I would say, you know, like if you're somebody who isn't making those connections on social media or is struggling, like try to find little communities like that, because they are everywhere, of people who are bringing people together that are like people that you are looking for. So I am excited. We get together for the first time on Thursday, but I'm excited to see what comes of that, because I'm not like, I feel like I kind of do struggle to connect with people over social media, but if I can like be in a group and like have a one-on-one conversation, it's a totally different game for me. So I just wanted to put that out there. Obviously social media is amazing, but we still want to be finding ways to actually make real connections with people that can bring communities. So I wanted to share that.
A lot of you guys have young kids, and when I had small babies that age, I was always in different, even if it was like a community group or a church group, even churches that I didn't belong to, mommy and me groups. I don't know if they still do that these days, 15 years later, but like a lot of the mommy and me groups, a lot of stay-at-home moms who are looking for other, you know, looking for a side gig, looking for the community that we have, and they, you know, could just blow up. I mean, when I was a stay-at-home mom, I started doing real estate, became a real estate broker just to have what we, you know, just to go out and be with other people. So that's something for like the ones with littles. And we have I know we do have groups like, I live in the city, Madison. And so we have a Madison Mamas group on Facebook where some of the people, and they have all ages in that group, but we have, some of them get together and form groups where they may meet at the park or meet for brunch, that kind of thing. And also, and this is the things that I was thinking about that I need to get plugged into, that after COVID, I kind of walked away from and got too comfortable at home. The other thing is like, they have different women's groups, like business women, and some of like there's this one that I've been invited to that I'm going to make a point to go to now. They have like a lady that makes balloons for parties, and you know, a lady that coaches, and you know, Amy Ramsey, she's in that group. And so it's just different powerful entrepreneurs or business women who have nothing to do with the business, and some may be in MLMs, but for the most part, they're not. So I don't know if, you know, looking at communities, you can find things like that as well. And the other thing that I was going to say is, which is something that everybody has talked about before, was focusing more on serving versus selling, and serving in those areas. And that's what we're doing. And that's one thing that I'm going to do. And starting with, I just got in the mail my ta-da, my carriers for my cups. So I'm gonna start with the school, take all the teachers some protein shake, some clear protein. So anyways, just serving in that way, and don't look at me like serving in that way, but that's all.
Wyatt over there.
Could I add something really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday when I went to FedEx to get that little thing printed for this guy, I was just walking chaos with Indy and Willow and like this bag of this like bundle of product. Like they watched me walk in and they all just kind of looked at me like, oh God, what's gonna happen? And it was just like all just like fun and games kind of, and they were having fun like resizing my document and stuff. They scanned my QR code after I had left, and I ended up actually giving two of them 2 of the lemonades that I had. So I was gonna send this guy 5 lemonade bags, but I gave 2 of them away to the FedEx people. And so like we really didn't even like talk about the product at all. Like one of the girls that scanned it, she was like, "Ooh, like the future is clear. What does that mean?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just like about clear protein and it tastes like a juice and it's just really tasty and like the future is clear." Like simple as that. And she was like, "Oh, cool." And I was like, "Yeah, here's a sample. It's lemonade. On me, whatever." And she's like, "Wait, I thought you were sending it to this guy." And I was like, "No, you can have it. It's okay." Literally like so casual. And so like it just like sparked it in me that like we're meeting people where they're at. So like they're gonna meet us where we're at as well. And like everybody in there is so sweet. And they met me where I was at. Like Willow was running around the place screaming. Indy was crying at one of the dudes. Like it was actual chaos. And it was actually like one of the most fruitful interactions because we were just like meeting each other where we were all at and having fun with it. And so it just kind of sparked like if you have sample bags with you, just like carry them around and just like hand them out like willy-nilly kind of and see what happens, because there have been a lot of contacts on my QR code since that day, and it was specific to his name. So I don't know. That's just kind of how I'm like kind of going into April. Just kind of like I'm going to be carrying sample bags through the airport and just really carrying that like energy everywhere I go, like meeting people where they're at and also like them meeting me where I'm at, whatever chaos that is.
I love that. And that just the last thing that I'll say is that just goes, like Hannah, you have been, doing the inner work. You have been doing the inner work. And when you're doing the inner work, your inner world has to change first before your outer world is going to change. And so when you start to do the work on getting clear, getting aligned, you're going to attract opportunities, situations, people that are going to be what you have been asking for. So be ready for it. So that's part of like you knowing what you've been asking for and then you moving different because you're ready to receive it. And I think that that's like the biggest thing is, a lot of us have these things that we want to get from this, but are you like, if it showed up tomorrow, would you be ready to receive it? If the person that you have been praying to meet, you met tomorrow, would you have what you need on hand to be ready to receive them? So it's like, if you've been in that place of getting aligned, get ready to receive it. Get ready for the people to come and the situations to show up and the things to happen. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, well, you guys, April this month is going to be so freaking awesome. If you haven't written down your goals and sent them to your coach, go ahead and do that. You've got to start the month with clarity. You can't hit a target that you don't see. So get clear on what you want to accomplish this month. Send that to your coach, figure out what does accountability look like for you. and let's go have a freaking killer April. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. And I love you guys. Something amazing is happening right now.